Instagram's asking that. What the fuck? Okay, we're about to start soon. Shit. I don't think Tribero got it, so I'm just gonna post a link on the channel. Hey, yo, Trav, if you're watching this, I'm just gonna post it on the channel, just in case he didn't get it. Try's good. I just hit try back up again, y'all. Oh, okay, bet. Try's here. All right, just click on the link, bro.
Yo,
What's it
what
goodie?
up?
What's it goodie?
Chilling, chilling, man. What's good?
Not much, man. Just had a long day. Me and Mike kind of did like a surprise vinyl collection vid and shit.
Uh,
Yeah, had a couple of gems. Then about after this, I have to finish up a paper after this and shit. So
Doubt. I thought you were gonna start this shit like at 11.
no, I said 10.
Oh, okay, my bad. I put
Are you
11
sure?
o'clock on.
Okay. How you been?
Word, man. Chilling, man. Just listening to like ever since we did the review for Earth, Wind and Fire. I just been listening to these and 80s music. So I'm listening to like both new stuff and then like the I go back in time and listen to the classics. You
Back.
know, I know Mike had mentioned something about he wanted to do an album review for the Phil Collins album, Face Value.
I never. I said I don't think I said Phil Collins though. 'Cause I'm not really a big fan of him.
Right. No. I said Mike wants to do an album review for that thing.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. So I was listening to that last night. Great album. Listening to Curtis Mayfield and Donna Summers, and I just been in like a real 70s and 80s mood right now. So I'm just listening to like a lot of those old records from back then.
Oh yeah, I definitely feel you on that, bro. Definitely feel you. Um, yeah, I'm glad you mentioned Donna Summer because me and here with Lil keep talking about Casablanca records and shit like that earlier. Shit, so.
Right. Right.
Mhm. And
No doubt, man.
in case you want, you can check out the vinyl collection. I got a lot of dope 70s and 80s shit on there.
Okay. Oh, you mean like your videos?
Yeah, the recent collection video I just dropped this afternoon.
Oh shit, I gotta check that out.
Hmm.
I didn't get the notification for that though.
Yeah, it was a surprise video because there was someone that I was telling Mike about that I was surprised, like he was surprised I got and shit, because it was like
Okay,
a dollar
I'm gonna
sale at
check
the
that
vinyl
out.
store.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
that's a steal. Oh, whenever you can find like classic or rare, albums at a vinyl store or pawn shop is that's a steal.
yeah, I got Styles P first album for $1 today and shit. I was like, oh shit.
Oh shit, you got Gangsta and Gentleman
Yeah,
for $1?
yeah,
I gotta get that shit. I don't got no Styles like solo albums in my collection. I used to have all them shits on bootleg, but I don't have like the retail ones. I gotta get the retail joints.
yeah, man. Surprisingly, where I stay, I don't really. The only album I ever saw heavily in stores was Super Extraordinary Gentleman and shit.
Yeah.
That's the only one I ever see in stores, to be honest.
Damn, yo, that's a steal. $1? And it was brand new or was used?
It was like used but in good condition.
Oh, great condition. Dope, dope.
Yeah.
Definitely, they definitely gotta take that. You know what I mean?
Mhm. Yeah, I might go against Sunday though, if I have time. To be honest,
Yeah. Shit, we don't got no stores like that in New York. I wish we did. We used to.
y'all ain't got no vinyl
You
stores.
know? No, we got vinyl stores, but I mean like the little pawn shops and shit where you can find like the like rarities and stuff. We don't got that shit in the city.
Oh wow.
That might be like outside of the city, like Long Island and shit. But we don't got that like in Brooklyn and all that. I wish we did though.
I wouldn't be surprised if like Chinatown has some shit like that, but I'm not too sure on
Yeah,
that.
we have like Chinatown used to, but they cleaned up Chinatown. Like they used to have like all the bootlegs. That's where I got like the Machiavelli bootlegs from, and like the 50 Cent Power the Dollar and shit like that. But they cleaned up all of that. They don't have that stuff no more.
So in other words, they gentrified it, right?
Yeah, and yeah, the cops clean that shit up. So now it's like if they caught on the street, selling that the bootlegs and stuff, like they get in trouble. So, but if we had pawn shops like that where we could just go in and find like classic albums, I would definitely be in there every day.
But
You know?
yeah. Oh, but
Yeah,
before
man.
I start, there's one vinyl I do gotta show you though. One vinyl I do gotta show you.
Okay, okay.
Oh shit. You see it?
Oh,
Yeah.
oh yes, that's dope. I got it. I never heard that one.
I heard a few joints, but I just got it because that album cover is so iconic.
Right.
But yeah,
Oh, I got it.
do you want to just do up to Sweet Exorcist and shit?
What? Curtis Mayfield?
Yeah.
I don't know none of those. Like I only listened to three of them, like I told you. So I only got like I think like only the early one is like go up to like 72, 73. So like I got like Back to the World. I heard this. This was good.
Okay, yeah.
And the Superfly soundtrack, of course.
Of course. Yeah.
And Curtis. You know what I mean? But I
That,
haven't that's the only Curtis Mayfield albums I have in the vinyl collection. I don't have no others. So
okay, that's fine because like I said before, it's not gonna be like a super long discussion, so I'll guide you through
right.
most of it. But yeah, we can
Okay.
because Sweet Exorcist comes right after Back to the World, so that's why I just said I'll stop there.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. All right. So what's up, everybody? Boy Reg here. Got my boy Try in the building.
Yeah.
We're gonna break down Curtis Mayfield. Very dope artist. One of the greatest soul artists. Um, got his start as a member of the Impressions. He was like one of the. I think he was the first to really incorporate like conscious movement because his music was very popular in the civil rights movement. So he was doing
Yeah.
like, a lot of conscious style writing and shit.
Hmm.
Um, also, he left the group. I think he left the group back around 70, and he
Okay.
began his solo career. And he also had his record label called Curtain Records and shit. So, and after I talk about that, I'm just going to mention briefly some of my favorite soundtracks he produced and shit.
What up, Christian? Christian Picard in the chat.
Oh shit, what's up, bro?
Yeah, man.
Yeah. All right, now let's get to his first album, Curtis,
Yeah.
1970. Fucking love this album.
Yeah.
This is possibly my second favorite album from him.
Hmm.
Very progressive. Like again, a lot of hip hop. Probably just one of his most sampled albums next to Superfly.
Right.
Like, don't worry if there's a hell below. We're all going to go. It's so fucking dark and
Yeah.
grimy.
That was dope.
That niggas, everyone said that niggas before and shit.
That part of the song, like a lot of like artists, I was trying to think. I was like, yo, I know I heard that shit somewhere. Like, was it Tribe that sampled it? I know it was like I heard it recently too. Like somebody had sampled that part of the song. You
Yeah,
know, that was a good song, and Curtis is singing like educated fools from an educated school,
mm,
pimping people is the rule.
right,
I thought it was a dope song and real groovy, and especially for that time.
exactly. I love the bass and the guitar on that song too. Always love that.
Yeah, yeah, man, that was dope.
Yeah, everybody knows "Move On Up." Like da da da. Everyone knows
Right,
that song.
right. Kanye West, yeah,
Yep. Who else? "The Makings of You." Again, another song everyone should know.
right.
We,
Kanye West again. He sampled it for Watch the Throne.
yeah,
The
Monica sampled that too.
track, yeah, the track Joy that P Rock did. That's
Yep.
the sample.
Yes,
That
sir.
was dope.
Yeah, this
Hmm.
was a very dope album. Very one of my favorite albums from 1970. Yeah, man, Curtis.
Yeah, great. Other Side of Town, iconic track.
Oh, I forgot to mention that one.
He's singing about the ghetto and all that, and Miss Black America. That was dope.
Yes, like he was talking about some shit. Not even Marvin was talking about or what's going on. That's crazy.
Yeah, right. Um,
Now, Roots is an album I always felt like was okay.
mhm,
It wasn't as good as the one that was before or after it, but I don't dislike it any bit.
mhm,
I just felt like it was just the fork in the road when it came to his early shit.
right.
Yeah, and to be honest though, I have to be real. I remember certain songs like Underground and Get Down, but other shit I can't really remember. And I even listened to it, and I was re-listening to his discography recently and shit.
Right.
Yeah, so it's an okay release for me.
Mhm. I gotta check that one.
Yeah. Now his
There
ma-
was there was another one that Steven recommended yesterday. What's it called? Something with an S.
Sweet Exorcist. Yeah.
Is that one? Nah, he said something else. It was another one. It was
Oh,
it was another one. Unless he got the title wrong.
hold on. I think I know what you're talking about. See, let me check some shit.
Actually, he said some. It was something else with an S though, but it wasn't Sweet Ecstasy. It was something else. He said check that one out from Curtis. I was like, okay, I'm gonna check that one too.
Something to Believe in.
Nah, it was another one. It was like a short word. Like not stage. Is it stages? Does he have an album called Stages?
Stages.
Uh,
I don't see it. Oh, Sparkle.
no. Was it Sparkle? Maybe it was Sparkle. I don't. It was something with an S though. He said like check out that Curtis Mayfield album though. I forgot the title.
Oh, because that's the only one I see with an S.
Okay, maybe it's that one.
That one and Short Eyes.
What's it called? Short Eye.
Short Eyes.
Yeah, that one. That's the one that he said to check out. Short Eyes.
Okay, I never heard this one, but
Yeah, he said that's like one of his best. Like that's like his favorite one.
oh, interesting. I'll check that one out.
Yeah.
All right. Now, his magnum opus, Superfly,
Yes.
the first gangsta album.
I'm looking to see where I wrote my notes for this shit. Oh yeah, I went when I heard it. I was like, yo, like I always, I never like saw the movie until like over the summer. Like I never watched it. I always heard about it, and I watched it because like the new one was coming out. I was like, yo, let me check out the original one, and the original one was good, and the music was even better. And then like listening to the soundtrack, like every song on there, like went with the movie, and every song on it was like sampled by some rap artists. You know, like either it was Jay-Z or Smooth the Hustler. Everybody sampled a track on the album. You know,
Exactly.
and I thought it was great, man. I thought like the albums was Little Child, Running Wild. That's a dope track. The bass line and the horns. It sounds like some pimp shit. And everybody knows Pusha Man. You know what I'm saying? That's like the
Ooh,
iconic song from the album. Freddie's Dead. I think Freddie's Dead was sampled by Smooth the Hustler,
I
or it
believe
was either him or Twitter. Huh?
I believe so.
Yeah, I remember he had like a video for like one of his songs on the first album that he did it with that sample in it, and
Oh,
this song, huh?
was it Broken Language?
Nah, it was like his second single, like
Ah,
either his second or third single from Once Upon a Time in America,
yeah, I gotta re-listen
and
to that.
he and um and yeah, and the song Give Me Your Love, that was sampled from by Snoop Dogg on the bathtub intro of Doggy Style
Mm-hmm.
when he's like in the tub with the chick, and you can
Yeah,
hear the track in the background. I remember that, and that was also, I want to say, I forgot the song. There's a song on here that Outkast. It was inspired by the Outkast song for Players Ball. Like when they do the Players Ball chorus, I forgot the name of the song, but I thought it was a great album and great production, and the two instrumentals on here. I thought that was great.
right.
Eddie, You Should Know Better. They play that in the movie. I love. That's like one of my favorite songs on the album.
Exactly.
Yeah, great soundtrack, man. Definitely. I think if people don't had never heard this soundtrack, they definitely need to check it out. I think it's one of the best soundtracks of all time.
It is. Man, I have like a lot of memories when it comes to this album.
Yeah.
And I've seen the movie years ago and shit. And I love the,
Mm.
the movie with Ron O'Neal and shit. And I've seen the new one, and
Yeah.
I'll probably see that soon. But
No.
yeah, the soundtrack just
I
definitely.
don't care to see the new one. 'Cause I know they try to like it's not the same, yo. It's like when Superfly came out, that's like from a different era. Like I don't think you could try to recreate Superfly in this day and age. You
And
know,
I heard it was good
try
though.
to
That's like check it out, Loki.
right. Cool.
Because I wasn't even going to check it out at first, but everyone kept saying, "Oh, it's good, it's good, it's good." But
Right.
yeah,
I'm not even gonna watch it. I saw the original one. That's enough for me. You know.
shit. Once I heard they said Future was doing the soundtrack, I'm like, nah, son.
Yeah. I checked out the soundtrack. I didn't like it. I liked the yeah, I think there's a Rick Ross song on there and Wheezy, but I didn't like it. I'm not a Future fan anyway, so I didn't care to hear the soundtrack like
Mm.
that.
But
Here you go.
anyway, yeah, one of my
Mm.
favorite songs no one talks about, "No Thing on Me," Cocaine song.
Yeah,
Yes, that
that's
shit.
dope.
Though, that little and the beat is kind of like some shit you would feel like if you're on cocaine on some weird shit.
Right, right.
Eddie, you should know better. That's very deep song
Yes,
because it's
right,
talking about. I kind of got like he's trying to say like people don't really pay attention to that shit unless it's really like right in front of them and shit. You know what I'm saying?
right.
Freddie's dead. Everyone knows that.
Yes.
You know that song reminds me of this episode of Sanford and Son. Um,
Hmm.
it was an episode when he ate some bad collard greens and
Hmm.
bad thinking he's gonna die. So he turns on the radio and they play this song on Freddy's dead, Freddy's.
Oh,
And he turned
shoot.
he was like
That's crazy.
Freddy's dead. Freddy's dead.
Wow,
Damn. I was cracking up that whole episode. But yeah,
wow. Yep.
Superfly definitely a very classic album and shit.
Yes, definitely.
Anything else you wanna say?
Also, I forgot the song "Forgive Me Your Love." Mary J. Blige has sampled that on My Life. I forgot the track though that she sampled it on this on her second album. And the song the no thing on me, the cocaine song, like the I like he sings lines of like now our lives are in the hands of the pusher man. It's such a pain inside when your natural high has died. You know, I just like it overall. I think like every song, like again, like every song was sampled at some point by has been sampled before by rap artists, and it's a great. I like the production is real groovy and melodic. It has that '70s feel to it. I enjoyed it, and that's definitely like one of my favorite Curtis Mayfield albums.
Yeah.
You know,
All right. One
yeah,
year later, he came out with the near perfect, in my opinion, Back to the World.
yeah,
Um, this is a good one that no one talks about.
hmm
I felt like production was a lot more polished on this one.
right,
Let's see. I love the title track. The title track is dope. I love the
yeah.
title track.
Nice horns on that, nice groove,
Mm-hmm.
and he's saying like had a long stretch of sacrifice. Getting back home would be nice,
Yes.
and that was like a great way to start off the album. And I felt like this album, like this was like during like the Vietnam War,
Yes.
and he like Curtis sang about like he sang a lot about the government and war and poverty and the ghetto and love. And I feel like this album is a timeless album. This is an album that anybody can listen to right now and it's still relevant to this day.
Exactly.
You know, and I loved it though. I like again the production was great. The songs that he's singing and all of those songs are like relevant, still relevant in in this day and age.
For real. Um, Christian said the opening guitar part from Right On for the Darkness was used for Mace's What You Want off the Harlem World album. Interesting. Interesting.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's
Uh,
dope.
yeah. This, I also like the song Future Song, Love a Good Woman, Love a Good Man.
Hmm.
He was saying some shit like, don't leave your woman playing on your ego. Don't let go your man. For what the girls think they know, keep him arms hold tight. I'm guessing like he's saying, like, in case you know how Vietnam, in case you nigga gets drafted some shit, like,
Right,
just cherish one another. You know what I'm saying?
right. And a lot of that was going on at that time. Like people getting drafted out the blue, and then they gotta uproot their life and go to war. And they left loved ones at home, and sometimes they didn't come. A lot of times they didn't come back and see their loved ones, or they came back and with an arm missing, or they were in a wheelchair and shit.
Yeah,
You know, scary times, man. That's some scary shit.
exactly. Like, and how long did the Vietnam War last again?
I don't know, man. I just, like I've heard stories like years, yo. Like this wasn't like some shit that just lasted like 6 months. It was like years. They were in numb and shit. So you
Shoot.
know. But during those times, it's like you had artists like Curtis Mayfield and Marvin Gaye that made some of their best music during the war.
Right.
What's going on? That Marvin Gaye album is was made during that time, and he was inspired by that shit.
You right. You right.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people consider that like his one of his best albums. You know,
Yeah, man. Like, Back to the World was just a
hmm
revolutionary album.
yeah,
All right. Anything else you want to say about this one?
great album. Definitely another one of my favorites. If nobody ever heard like a Curtis Mayfield album, I would suggest that to them. Back to the World and Superfly and Curtis, like those three albums. Check those out. It was great, great music. Still relevant in these times now. You know, and I could see why he was a legend. Like I never listened to him before this, and I was like, well, I can see why he's a legend because like it's very hard, to be an artist and hone your vocal skills, and then you gotta handle the production side as well. So he's wearing two hats in the studio, and I think it was great, man. Like I love his production and the way that he sings, like with the falsetto voice. I think it matches his production.
I agree.
Yeah,
All right.
this is why he's a legend.
All right. And the last album we're going to talk about in the Curtis Soul solo side is Sweet Exorcist. Oh, I'm just going to
Right.
mention this because I know you said you didn't hear this one.
Yeah, I didn't hear this one.
Yeah. I always feel like this album was pretty slept on.
Mm,
It has like a more darker sound, and
yeah.
I know Kung Fu was a single. Like definitely some shit you would definitely hear in like a blaxploitation movie. Um,
Mm,
Suffer, that was co-written. The only song that was co-written, and that co-written was by Donny Hathaway. Um,
okay.
what else? Power to the People, very funky. Um, yeah, this album was very dark and shit. Very dark and shit, very
Yeah.
slept on.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna like mention some of the soundtracks he produced for,
Okay.
like damn it. I know you know that he did Claude, he produced Glass Night and the Pips Claudine album. Like well, let me hold on, give me 1 second. Okay. Yeah, so you did Claudine for them.
Yo.
They did a cover of The Makings of You and shit like that. He did a soundtrack for Aretha Franklin, of course, The Sparkle.
Right. I gotta check that one out.
Yeah, yeah, that one was pretty dope.
Okay.
That then he did the soundtrack for the Staple Singers called "Let's Do It Again."
Right. I know that.
Yeah, very dope movie and shit.
Yeah.
And like Steven mentioned, that the album, what's that shit called? So Short Eyes. Yeah, they check that out.
Georgie Padilla said, "No Thing on Me" is his favorite on Superfly.
Oh, that's a dope favorite and shit. I don't hear many people talking about that.
He said he prefers albums in '76 and '77 over '73 to '75.
Yeah, I need to re-listen to like his middle discography too on some real shit.
Right.
Mojo Penn said, react to Jeff Buckley's album Grace. I've actually heard some of that album. It was actually very good and shit, but I might listen to it one day. One day I'll do it, review it. Shit. But yeah, that's everything about Curtis Mayfield. What do you want to talk about?
Great artist, man. Definitely a Hall of Fame legend. You
Mm-hmm.
know, and yeah, I want to hear like more of his other albums. You know.
Definitely. I definitely
Where
want to
where do, where do you like rank him like all time? Like, is he like top five for you? Top 10?
for me like favorite artist of all time.
Like I mean like him as an artist. Like not even albums. Like him as an artist. Like where do you like put him like when it comes to like R&B and soul music?
Oh, mm, top 15 at least.
Okay,
What about you?
that's dope.
What about you?
Well, I mean, just listening to like three albums, I definitely see why he's a legend and a Hall of Famer. So I mean, I want to hear more, but that like I said, like the Superfly soundtrack is a classic soundtrack, and if I was just basing, you know, that one album for like all time, I would put him definitely like in top 10.
Gotcha.
I mean, I think it's production. The thing I noticed, like listening to a lot of these '70s albums and the '80s, like it was a lot of instrumentation with these albums that's missing from R&B and soul music in 2018. You
I
know,
agree.
like yeah, like artists like Barry White and Curtis and Hall and Oates and Phil Collins, they had like live bands and live instrumentation in all of their albums, and that's something that's missing from music today.
Definitely, I
you
agree.
know and it's like everything now is all machine done, manufactured and shit. It's like nobody goes in the studio anymore with a live band, and that's the difference right there. That's the main difference, to at least to me. That's the main difference from the '70s and '80s compared to now. Like that live instrumentation is missing from music.
Right.
And I think that's why like people love cherish these albums from the '70s and the '80s, because it sounds more pure and sounds more real compared to the shit that's out now. You
That's a
know,
good way of putting it.
yeah,
But everything in R&B these days is just as fucking same, low key.
right.
Main,
Everything, it's like today's music. They don't. It's like nobody has their own individual sound. Everybody's trying to do what the next person already did. So it's like if you have like an artist like The Weeknd come out, well then there's five other Weekends waiting in line to take his spot and sound. They all sound exactly like him.
right,
Whereas back in the '70s, you didn't have nobody trying to be like Curtis Mayfield or Sly and the Family Stone. Like everybody had their own sound, they had their own personality. And it was great music. And nowadays it's like you don't have that. It might be like one or two artists in there, and that's it. Everybody else trying to copy you off for the next person.
exactly.
You know,
Mm.
yeah,
It's fucking shame.
really some great albums. You know what I'm saying? I did. I don't know. I don't know what's gonna happen with music. I could see why people, like you could like when you hear stories about the '70s and people preferring like that era of music. I could see why, because the music was more original, and it was authentic. Whereas now it's like you don't know who you're listening to.
Right,
You know?
because they all sound the same.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I've been on this whole like revisiting the past and going back in time and listening to these albums from the '70s, because it's like the music was so much better. And these are albums I never listened to. I always heard stories about them, but I'm like, oh well, let me check out this album. Whatever. So that's what I've been doing. And I don't know when I'm gonna stop. It might not stop. I might be listening to '70s and '80s music for the rest of the year. You know, because it's just so much like good shit out there that I missed out on. So I'm like, yo, I want to listen to more. You know,
Yeah, man. Don't stop.
yeah. You know what I'm saying? And who better to talk about it than us? You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you don't find people talking about Curtis Mayfield music on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So it's like this. Like I'm excited to do these episodes, because it's like, yo, like we talking about different artists that nobody's covering or people forgot about. You know, like I know Mike said he wanted to do Phil Collins. We're gonna do that. I want to do Wham, first album. Cause like I was there in that, for that era when Wham first came out. You know,
hmm
and listening to like Marvin Gaye and Barry White and Donna Summers and just a lot. Rick James. I know Mike said he wanted to do something about Rick James too. You
facts.
know, just listening to like different great music from that era is just like I'm inspired to do these episodes with y'all. So
Same.
Yeah,
Same, man. Like, just gonna put people on different types of music. That's what we're trying to do.
exactly. You know what I'm saying? It's like you can't just want to just listen to one genre and be happy with that. You know, when I wake up in the morning, I might want to hear some, Denise Williams or some Shalimar or something. You know, and with a lot of different sounds in my household, so it's like I always these artists around me. You know what I'm saying? And it's great to like finally discuss a lot of these artists that nobody else is covering.
Facts.
You know, Yep.
But yeah, what else you been listening to? Like,
Christian said it. Have you seen the 16-minute Nasir documentary?
mm,
I
nah.
haven't seen it. I know it's on YouTube, but I haven't seen it though. What's up with like recently? Like YouTube been doing a lot of these like hip hop documentaries. Like last week they had the Wu-Tang Clan, and now this week they got Nas. Like you know what I mean? Like
As
it's
long
like
as
all
it's
of a sudden
free,
now they want to do hip hop documentaries.
as long as it's free, I'm okay with it.
Right.
Cause I know the G Funk documentary. I think they had to pay like $9.99 to watch that shit, but
Oh
they
man.
uploaded it for
And I
free.
and see and I saw that I saw it on Fire Stick. Like they had it on there. That was a great documentary. I'm glad that they covered Warren G because Warren G is a main part of G Funk and I always felt like he was overshadowed by because of Dre and Death Row. So I was happy that they covered his story because I think his story needed to be told.
Question: did they cover any other G Funk artists besides Snoop, Nate Dogg, and Warren G?
They covered like mainly Warren G and like how he started and 213. But they had other artists like in there, you know what I'm saying? But I was happy that they covered Warren G because I don't know too much about Warren. Like, like I knew a few things, but like a lot of stuff I didn't know. So it was like the whole thing with Shug being jealous that he had left Death Row and he signed to Death Row. I mean, he signed to Def Jam and he was like Shug was trying to like cock block him. You know
Yeah,
what I'm saying? And I've always thought that Warren G's first album was a classic. I like to me, I think it's top five of all time on my list. And it's not just a West Coast thing because when he blew up in '94, he blew up in New York too. Like people forget, I saw him in New York. That's the only time I seen Warren G in concert. I saw him in 1994, and his album was big on the East Coast, and I felt like even after all of that success, like he never got the props that he deserved, and it was a good thing to finally see somebody cover his story, and that's what we need more of for our legends. Like we need more, biopics and documentaries about our, unsung heroes.
I agree.
So that I was happy to see that. So if they can do one for the Dog Pound and DJ Quick and all of those unsung heroes, that's great, man. I'll support it.
Yeah. Christian said Nazir is a 60-minute music video full of songs from the Nazir album.
That album wasn't even good. I mean, if I love Kanye West music, but I don't want to hear a whole album produced by Kanye for Nas. Like that's something I would want to hear like for Pusha T, or for Kid Cudi, but not for Nas. So I think I didn't. It wasn't great. Like he had a couple good songs, but it's not no great album.
Not to be doing all the music videos for it.
He late on that because that album came out in the summer. Like why is he releasing videos for it now?
You know, he's probably going through some shit with Khalees and shit.
Man, I didn't think like, but where's his new album? I thought he was coming out with an album with RZA and Swiss Beats.
It says coming out later on this year, but they didn't release it like an announced date
Oh,
yet.
so it's gonna be December then.
Most likely.
Yeah, like he should be doing a documentary for that album. Like, why are we getting a documentary like months later for an album that wasn't even good?
You know, I saw that album on vinyl too.
Man,
I think about $20.
I mean, nobody's buying it. Like Amazon has it for like what? I think $8. They have it. They selling the CD.
Damn.
That shit should be like $1. Like nobody's buying that. It wasn't like some great monumental album. We want a real album. I want a real album from Nas. I don't want like an EP type of thing.
Bonjour.
You know.
Bonjour.
I just was like, come on, doing man. Like, either you gonna come out with some classic shit or don't come out at all.
Shit. It feel like
You
nigga
know,
was rushing.
he already has a shaky discography as it is. Like, there's a couple not that good in his discography, in my opinion. You know, throwing to that by coming out with some shit with Kanye.
Shit.
I love Kanye. I think Kanye the best artist of the last decade. You know what I'm saying? But I don't agree with what Kanye West say, and I think that's what people need to understand. They need to separate the artist from the person, because the artist and the person is two different things. They might not always be the same person, and he's definitely not the same person. Like artistry, his artistry is great. I love his music,
Right.
but him as a person, his personality, question, and that's why people stop fucking with him, because of the shit that he's saying and the things that he's doing, like going to the White House and schmoozing with Donald Trump. People are gonna always remember that. They're gonna always remember that. Like if anything that he's done in the past, that one thing like meeting with Trump will overshadow everything else that he's ever done. And I think like he's like his fan base is like he's losing his fan base because of that shit.
He is.
You know what I'm saying? And that's hurting his brand. And the Kardashians also. I feel like he has to get away from them. You know,
Mm.
because a lot of this shit, a lot of the craziness that he's doing is because of them too. You know what I'm saying? But music wise, I love his music. I can't fuck with him when he open his mouth and he says like stupid shit.
Okay. Yeah.
You know.
You. Speaker Cloud said that vinyl show was mad fun,
Mhm.
son. Yeah, Mike, that was and shit.
Mike, what up? What's good?
But yeah, I'm gonna check
Mike
out
C
this. You said what?
is in the house.
I'm gonna check out this Nasir video and shit. See if he picked what songs he picked.
God, I can only imagine. I thought it was like a real documentary. He doing like some fucking like streets is watching shit.
Right.
Like, come on, man. It's been done already. You know what I'm saying? Like Jay-Z already did that. You know, you have to like to do something like that. It has to be a great album. Like that shit he came out with wasn't great. So I don't understand why you doing all these videos for that album.
He even said he didn't like it. From what I
Uh,
heard.
I ain't buying that shit, yo. I'm not
Every
buying
artist,
that at all.
every artist says that shit when everyone says it's a whack album.
I ain't buying that, yo. If I ever get that shit, one of y'all, yo, found that shit at a pawn shop for $1 or something. I'm not buying that shit on my own because that's a waste of time. And you know, Nas album with like Large Professor on and like who else? Havoc and shit.
Shit,
You
right.
know, like some real Queens shit, some Escobar shit. I don't want to hear no shit with Kanye on there, yo. Like it's not the same.
Mm. Shit, Kanye West.
Crazy.
Trash ass
You
album.
tired, Rich?
Nah, I was just thinking about some shit. Shit, I
Oh,
was Slick Rick. Christian said Slick Rick had a cameo in that Nasir song, but they said nah, it's a sample.
That's crazy.
Cop shot the kid.
Yeah,
Cop
but I
shot.
mean, like getting slick with the co-signing don't mean it's gonna like people gonna watch it. Like yeah, Nas is cool with all the old school cats, but that don't mean people gonna watch it because you got slick with co-signing it.
For real.
You know,
Cop
and
shot.
I just huh
And I was just saying, cop shot the kid. Like,
right. I just didn't like it though. I just felt like this is not a real Nas album. I don't want to hear Kanye do a whole album for him. If it was Pusha, it'd be different. Cause I feel like the Pusha album that Kanye did, that was fire.
right.
You know what I'm saying? And they have a good chemistry together, but not I don't want to hear like Nas and Kanye for a whole album.
Yeah, I don't even hear Kanye touch any Nas and shit from now on.
Yeah. Like I'd rather hear like give me a album Nas and Primo. That's what we need. We need a Nas and Primo album.
We do.
You know what I'm saying? Or give me like Nas and Alchemist. I don't want to hear Nas and Kanye for a whole album.
And you know what's the crazy thing about that shit is like the people who said that they aren't Nas fans, they like that fucking album and shit.
Right. I don't like it. I wouldn't buy it.
Shit, like compare an album like this to 444.
Right. That was a great album
It
because
was.
that's the album I was waiting for from Jay-Z because like I had said like a long time ago, like the lifestyle that Jay-Z is living now, that's what people want to hear about now. We don't want to hear about you still selling bricks and Marcy projects because you're not living that life no more.
Mm-hmm.
There's only so many drug tales you could tell and for another Hard Knock Life album. You know what I'm saying? Like he's already been there and done that. So
Right.
you're a father of three kids. You're married to Beyonce. That's the type of album that people want to hear. Like where you at now in 2018. You know what I'm saying? So and I thought 444 was a great album. I think it got a lot of hate because it's Jay, but
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a great album. That's the mature album from Jay that we've been waiting for. At least I was waiting for it for like years, like since the Black album.
Exactly.
And I mean I didn't care for the other releases after that. Like I know a lot of people love American Gangster, and American Gangster could have been another, that could have been like Volume 40, you know,
Yeah.
and the Comeback Retirement album, Kingdom Come. I didn't care for that. It was some joints were banging, but I didn't think it was a great album, But when 444 came out, that's like, yo, this is mature Jay. This is the Jay that we want to hear now. Like where he's at now in his lifetime, him coming out and being a man and admitting to him cheating on Beyonce. A lot of people wouldn't have did that,
Right.
and I thought it was a solid album.
Exactly. People talking about, oh, it don't have no bangers and shit like that, but that's not an album. It's not what he's trying to do.
Right,
Like, yeah, Bam could have been a banger, but at the same time, you still talking about some shit on that song.
right, right. I thought it was great, man. Great album. Now, is it a classic? I mean, I don't know. Maybe 10, 15 years down the line, we can debate about it. But I thought it was a solid album.
Right. Very solid album.
Yeah.
Shit. Who else? I even like it's like even like with a Nasir album too. It's like
Mm.
some of the beats even sound like it could have been made years ago and shit. And they just put them throwaway beats with that shit.
Yeah.
Like
I
for
don't know. I it's only like two or three songs I liked on there though, but it was like I'm like, well, this is like a little teaser to like the main one coming out. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like Kanye, like Kanye's nowhere near what it used to be anyway. So I'm like, well, I didn't understand that.
right.
You know?
And it's kind of also crazy too because out of all the people that he said he was gonna do the whole good music shit this whole summer,
Right.
the Nas one
Right.
was the one I was like, what? Where did this shit come from?
Yeah. That was out of the blue.
Very out the blue.
Like I can understand Pusha T and Tiana Taylor, but Nas, I'm like, I didn't see that coming at all.
Mm.
You know? like Kanye could work with like if it was some a project he was coming out with I can understand that because like he's friends with Q's on it. He's been inspired by that native tongue production and like Pete Rock and people like that. So I could understand that, but Nas, I didn't understand that at all.
Right. So you telling me you wouldn't even
You
do
know what I mean? So
Remo, Pete Rock? Um,
because I feel like the production didn't fit Nas to me. Like I felt like if that production was given to Q-Tip, he would have killed it. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
I don't know. I mean, to me, I feel like Tip, he would have killed those beats. I don't think Nas like it wasn't Nas on those beats. You know what I'm saying?
It wasn't.
You know.
Speaking of Q-Tip, I'm waiting for that album he's supposed to come out with.
I know the lad. I don't know when it's dropping.
The Last Zulu.
Late for you, so I don't know.
Shit. What else? What else? Let's see what people are saying.
I'm definitely waiting for a new Q-Tip album. Though. That's one of my favorite artists. So
Shit. Christian said the new Kanye songs are whack, corny, and stupid, and was cringeworthy. You talking about when he was trying to be like Missy Elliott with that one video? I didn't know what the fuck that shit was. You know what I'm saying? With that shit with Lil Pump, I don't fuck with that.
yeah. Oh God.
What the fuck was
If,
that?
if that's how the album, we'll be checking that out.
Shit, because he's supposed to come out with the follow up to Yeezus, from what I read.
Yeah, that's next week is coming on the Black Friday.
Oh, I thought he pushed it back.
Supposedly it's supposed to be Black. That's what Kim had put on Twitter like a couple weeks ago.
But that's why he's been on the news talking about, oh, I'm going back. I'm not
Mm.
doing politics because the new album's coming out, so he's trying to get back in the news again and shit.
Yeah, he's losing his fans. That's what happened. Like that's why he had to stop his bullshit. You know,
I'm not fucking with that shit.
I West got issues, but I don't think he's crazy. Like he knows what he doing. You know what I'm saying? And if shit like that is hurting his brand, he's gonna pull back on the bullshit.
Exactly.
You know, what's supposed to come out on Black Friday.
Shit. That bullshit. By the way, I finally got that West Side Gun and shit. It came in the mail today.
Oh yeah, dope. You
Yes.
like it?
You said what?
Do you like it?
Yeah, man, I fuck with it. Love that shit.
Yeah,
I
man.
kind of do want to open it because I want to see if it's really like legit, not no bullshit.
Yeah,
But
definitely open that shit. Play it.
uh,
You know, John Bina, that's my joint. The one that Muggs did, the last song on there.
oh,
Yeah, that shit is bananas, yo.
I like
You
the shit.
know,
Also, I like the shit he did with Rock Marciano.
yeah, man. That Chaos album. Oh yeah, that's gonna be on my list for like the top 25 best albums of the year.
Oh, facts.
Definitely a great album. Rock Marcy and Muggs are like the MVP and the rap MVPs of this year, yo. Like for Marcy to come out with 3 solid albums, and Muggs is just doing a phenomenal, like his best work since like the Cypress Hill era, yo. Like he's coming out with bangers like after like one after the other.
I agree. Hey,
You
yo,
know,
I
and
wanted to see
great,
that West Side Gun copyright court.
yeah. Joe,
I'm about to show it.
KRD, what up?
Yeah, bro.
Oh, dope.
Yeah.
I love that album cover with the Fendi stocking over his face.
Yeah,
That's so gangster.
for real, bro.
That's a hip hop album cover right there.
Like this ain't for no pussy ass niggas and shit.
Word.
Pussy ass niggas can't
You
handle
can't do no 2 minute reviews on this shit.
shit. Shit cost me like $40 to get this.
Damn, man.
Fuck, I was like,
I don't got no Griselda physical. Like I've been wanting some, but I don't want to pay like 40 for them. I want to like $20 I could do, but 40 is like, you know what I'm saying? That's steep right there. That's like cocaine prices.
I shit. My homeboy had a vinyl for like $500 and shit.
Wow, it's insane.
Oh shit. I didn't want to tell y'all this, but me and my homeboy Kuji, we did a review of Reasonable Doubt this week. We just kept under the wraps. So,
Oh, dope. The Jay-Z album?
yep.
Oh shit. That's what's up. I missed both Jay-Z, like the when Speak Your Cloud did the Jay-Z discography, I wasn't there for that, and I missed your Jay-Z review.
I feel
It's not meant for me to talk about Jay, yo.
shit. Hey, if you want to do a review on 444 one day, we can.
Oh yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Yeah.
That'll be dope. Yeah, I never saw no review for that either. So that'll be cool.
You know what's crazy though about certain hip hop reviews?
Mm,
They always pick when it comes to like certain hip hop blogs, the classics. They
mm,
like they don't pick like the classics before like '92 and shit.
right,
And if they do, it's like NWA or
right,
some Run DMC and some shit.
right. And you know, and there was rap classics before '92. You know, people slept on. Even like underrated albums that might be your personal classic in your heart, but people don't necessarily, but feel the same way. That's how I felt about Black Sheep's first album. I think it's a underrated classic, but I know a lot of people don't like that. You know,
Shit. I'll call that a classic. I don't call it really underrated though. 'Cause
you don't think it's underrated?
I feel like it deserves more respect.
Mm.
But I felt like, Black Sheep, they had their fair share of popularity around that time the album was released from what I looked up. So I want
Yeah, but see, like the casual fan that don't listen to rap normally, they might know that they know the song "The Choice Is Yours" because it's movies. But when it comes to their album, they can't name another song off of the album.
oh, okay. I see
You know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying.
saying?
Yeah, okay.
So like like that's why I consider it like underrated because it's like, yeah, the choice is yours, but what album that wasn't a single? You know what I'm saying? So that's why I feel like it's always been like a personal favorite of mine. But I know like otherwise they don't care for that album. They don't mention Sheep as a whole. So
Okay.
same thing with Nice and Smooth. When we did Jewel of the Nile, it's like they don't know the album. They might have heard. They know like Ease or Dick, of course. That Dick wasn't even a song. It was like guest featuring on that song. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? So it's like bringing light to like underrated albums like that to let people know like, yo, like this is a dope album. Check it out. You're known for one song.
exactly. I kind of feel like, you said what?
And I said that's for like any genre, not just hip hop.
I agree.
You know?
I have a question for you though.
Yeah.
Do you feel like the Roots have like a solid fan base, or do you think they deserve more respect?
The Roots, the hip hop band.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got a solid fan base. I went to see the Roots in 2006. At Radio City was the Roots and most Def Talib Kweli, and the surprise guest was Jay-Z. And Esperanza Spalding was there too. I forgot about her. But
Oh,
they were great live. Like they a great hip hop band. I think like their fan base is great. They support them. They're really like the only like what's another hip hop like band that's really doing it like them. Like they on Jimmy Kimmel, the Jimmy Kimmel like late night show. I think they came a long way. You know what I'm saying? And I you know I love their earlier stuff. You know, like Philadelphia Half Life and
Yeah.
Things Fall Apart. Do you want more? Even Pornology. Pornology was a slept on album to me. You know, and even the Tipping Point. I like the Tipping Point. A lot of people don't talk about that album, but I don't think they're making like classic material like they used to. But I definitely feel like that's a legendary future Hall of Fame group and band. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I definitely agree with you on that.
People know about the Roots. Like they not I don't consider them underrated at all. I think everybody knows about them.
Right. I feel like, the reason why I asked is because one of my homeboys made a comment about how a lot of people know them from like Jimmy Kimmel and
Right,
shit. But it's like when it comes to the
right,
albums, they can't name the songs like Philadelphia Half Life, Do You Want More?
right.
Cause me,
Well, I mean, that's why you have to go. That's why you have the internet. The internet, you go on the Wikipedia or YouTube and look up their past stuff. But their fan base is great. Like I don't think they're underrated at all. Like if anything, I think being on Jimmy Kimmel helped them like mainstream wise and like like you see them now like in the um the Thanksgiving Day Macy's parade and shit like that. Like they wasn't doing that back then.
facts.
So it's the late night show being on there helped them. They helped their popularity. So I definitely feel everybody knows Questlove. The guy with the big afro that plays the drums for the Roots.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So they fan base is great. They don't have no problem like with their fan base.
Okay. Yeah. Cause when
You
it comes
know?
to like '90s roots, that shit's phenomenal. That's a phenomenal run right there.
Yeah.
I even like
Yeah.
the run from 2006 up to like the Undone album, like Rising Down. You
Right.
heard that one?
Yeah. I'm under for that album. Undone and how I was or some shit. Is that the
How
name?
I Got Over.
How I got red. I didn't care for those two. Like
Really?
Game Theory was it had some joints on it.
Hmm.
I don't know. Like it didn't feel like a Roots album. It just me it was just like they just did it just to do it. You know.
I feel you.
Game joints. I feel like that was a slept on album too, but I think like their last like solid album was Chronology.
I gotta re-listen to Phonology again.
Yeah, that was dope. That was a dope album.
Yeah, I just copped a copy of Philadelphia Half Life that's coming in the mail later on this year.
Oh, dope, and that's out of print too.
Right, it's crazy and shit.
Yeah, yeah, that's dope, man. Definitely.
Like you can tell they were influenced by Mobb Deep from that album, just the way they were making their beats,
Right.
like episodes, even like React Respond, that one track.
Mm, that
Just
was dope. Yeah.
the drums, you can tell they're influenced by Havoc's way of
Um,
making the drums and shit.
bangies, man. I can throw a Desperado clones. A lot of
Yeah, Christian said, "Is it me or is the Roots the tipping point a weird album for them?" I agree with you on that, but it
You
took me
think
a
it was
while,
weird? Weird in what way? Uh,
like experimental and shit,
oh, I see.
because they were doing like a
I
lot of.
thought it was decent. I didn't think. Mhm.
Yeah, it took me a while to appreciate that shit. To be honest,
Right, right.
KRD said the Steiners
I
is
think it
fire.
was. I think okay. Yeah. Oh yeah. Elizabeth and RVD. That whole album is that's gonna be in my top five definitely.
Exactly.
Top three.
Um, what was that one song he did? with Busta. What was that one song he did with Busta again?
Oh, Ross,
You said what?
the brush face Bripler.
Yeah, that one. That shit
That
was
shit is
tough.
great.
You heard Black
Yeah.
Thoughts and Ninth Wonders album?
Look compilation.
You said what?
The Jam look compilation.
No, the Black Thought and Ninth Wonder shit they did earlier this year.
That little like what was it, like an EP? Yeah, I heard it wasn't. He's doing another one too. He's doing one with what's his name? Somebody, I forgot the producer he's doing it with. He's doing another volume for that.
I think it's Apollo Brown, if I'm not mistaken.
Apollo Brown.
I think.
Yeah, I saw the Instagram story yesterday. Else.
Yeah, because the one with Ninth Wonder was okay. It could have been a little bit better in my opinion.
Yeah, it could have been better. Like it should have been a full album instead of like a couple songs.
Right.
You know, but yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Black Thought, he still hasn't given us a solo album.
Right. If you would have came out with some shit like a 99, 2000, that shit would have been definitely certifiable. Like if it had like a things fall apart sound with that shit, you know what I'm saying?
Hello? Yeah. All right. Back.
Oh, Islam Remy? Oh shit. I love Black Thought, but I'm not interested. Yeah, I'll see how this one goes. I'm not really the biggest. I mean, I like Black Thought, but I don't put him in like a high pedestal like a lot of people do. I feel like he's a talented MC, but at the same time, it's just like people kind of overhype him sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Like that freestyle he came out with last year, I did like, but people just acting like, "Oh my god, it's the greatest freestyle of all time." It's like, wow, shit. Yeah, man. Appreciated you again for hooking me up with this shit right here, bro. Definitely appreciate that. Fucking fucking made it. But shit. You interested in the Nas, Swiss Beats, and RZA album that potentially might come this year? Oh shit! Oh, fucking fucking gnats in my fucking room and shit. But yeah, hope tries good and shit. I don't know what's going on with him. Shit. But yeah, man. Can't wait for. Oh, we all got some good Thanksgiving plans next week. Shit. I gotta hurry up. I gotta call my mom before she goes to sleep. Okay. Shit. What's going on? Try. Shoot. But yeah, just to let you guys know, yeah, like I mentioned before, I did a review on Reasonable Doubt with Kuji, which I'll post later on this night. Also, what else is gonna happen? What else is gonna happen? Still gonna potentially do like 4 nights of Sade review, 4 Sade albums, December and shit. I gotta get ready for that. And yeah, got some couple more live videos due before the end of this year. And also, but I'm gonna take a little break from YouTube early part of January on my channel. I'm still gonna like participate on a podcast, but I'm gonna take a little break from doing videos for like the first 2-3 weeks of January and shit. Just to get some shit together and everything like that. So just to let you guys know. What else? What else I'm doing? Oh yeah, and also I know I said I was gonna review some of the Beastie Boys and shit later on this December, but I decided to push those to early January and shit. I'm still gonna talk about License to Ill, but I want to pay more attention to like Paul's Boutique and Check Your Head and shit. So yeah, stay tuned for that. I'm gonna review those along with Run DMC's Latter Period album. So I'm gonna start out this year with a bang, to be honest. Yeah. Yeah, I feel you, Mike. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna like participate in the podcast, but on my channel, I'm just gonna take like a little break, regroup, restock, save some money and shit. But yeah, I don't know what's going on with Tribe. I was actually planning on stopping the vid at this time, so but I'm gonna stay on for like a good 5 more minutes just in case he comes back on. But yeah, what else is going on? What else? By the way, Mike, I'm gonna send you some shit later on, Mike, and shit like that, just to let you hear. How about I was thinking about also doing like a Marvin Gaye breakdown from like what's going on upward. I don't know if you're familiar with Marvin's music though, but we'll talk about that. Also, I also still want to do the Guns N' Roses review too, just in case, before the end of this year. Yeah, we'll talk about that though. We'll talk about that. Sure. What else is going on? What else is going on? But did y'all see Bohemian Rhapsody? Anyone seen Bohemian Rhapsody? Because I'm actually going to see that Tuesday. I'm actually going to see that shit Tuesday. A lot of people had mixed feelings about that. I'm just going to see for myself. Because I don't know about y'all, but lately I've been like in the Queen kind of stage lately. I just been checking out some of that 80s albums lately. I know me and Mike were talking about like Hot Space in the Game. I need to check the Flash Gordon soundtrack. A lot of people said that was pretty good. But yeah, you guys. Yeah, Ralph said it was great. Okay, I'll take your word first, Mike. I'll definitely take your word. But yeah, y'all. I'm just gonna let Try know that I just ended off the video because I have to call my mom before she sleeps and shit. But thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to my homeboy Try, just for helping me with this video and shit like that. Like I said before, we just want to keep music, just keep everyone interested in music, introduce different kinds of music and shit. So yeah, as usual, this your boy Reg. Hope you guys have a good night and a safe night. Peace.